Yeah, well, I coach the modified boys, and for some of these guys, this will be their first big race. I have to get them ready for all the anxiety and all the other things that'll go with that. So having it at home is great. They can sleep in their own beds and they can do all that kind of a thing. They're familiar with the course and all those kinds of things. But going into a race is going into a battle, and so they really have to get up for that and have the skills to go 1,500 meters. So we've been practicing trying to get up to that, and this will be one of our first tests to see where we're at. Rowing, you really have to work together, and I think that's the big thing. I think they're used to participating in sports where they're on a team, but they're doing plays and things, and what they do, might be completely different than somebody else on their team. Here, we got to get everybody doing the same thing at the same time, and so that's, I think, a new. It's a new area for them to have timing and be together and do all those things. That's probably the hardest thing they have to get together and be able to do. I've been coaching mods for a while, and I like doing coaching the mods because they are little sponges and they learn really quickly. And if you can teach them right, they don't get bad habits from the beginning. And so we do emphasize technique more than speed at this age. Speed will come if you have technique, but if you're trying to correct somebody's bad technique later on, it's really hard to fix. So, yeah, they're sponges and they're pretty athletic, and they just get stronger and bigger, and you can watch them grow up and they actually possibly be future Olympians. Out of those 3 coxswains I was talking to, one of them has raced before in the spring, but the other 2 have never raced before in the spring, where we do the sprint races and race side by sides versus our head of the fish, which is against the clock, one boat after another. So this is a little more intense because you see your competition right next to you and you know how they're going to do. You know how you're doing and where you're going. So
you can see them off and you can welcome them home, but how tense is that 10 minutes, that half an hour when they're gone?
Well, it's we know that they're under good care with the officials and all that kind of a thing. But when you leave, you say, did I really prepare them for everything they're going to come up against? And when they come back, they'll tell you if there was something that they thought they could use later on. But the feeling you get when you see them just going off the dock and going out there is like, did I do my job, and are they prepared for what they're getting into? And it's a scary thought. Coaches don't get medals. The kids get a medal, and to see their faces and see their excitement. I love the sport of rowing, and I want them to love it. And I think when they get a medal or something like that, that just kind of boosts their love for it. They can see that they can be successful in it. Some of the kids that we haven't been successful in other sports, and they're finding success in rowing. And that in itself is a wonderful thing. You see, just again, when you love something and you see other people grasp onto that and get a love for it as well, that's really what it's all about.